Orange fans are asking one big question when it comes to Tennessee football. Who will lead the team on offense next season? Right now, that answer hinges in part on a courtroom fight in Knoxville. This hearing started at 1:30 this afternoon and lasted close to 2 hours. The Vol quarterback here sued the NCAA over eligibility rules. Joey Aguilar is 24 years old and argues his junior college years shouldn't count against him as he fights for another season with the Vols. Aguilar says he's played 3 seasons in 3 years under the NCAA, and that athlete says under the rules, he should be allowed to play a 4th and final season. A judge in Chancery Court delayed a decision today. He says he'll have it soon. Joining us right now, 10 Sports' Emily Ray Cochran and veteran court reporter and senior investigative reporter John North both attended that hearing. Joining us now to update us. Emily?
Hey guys, yeah, Joey Aguilar's preliminary injunction just wrapped up here in Knox County, what, a few hours ago,
Yep,
John?
90 minutes ago.
Cam Norris was his representative. He did a great job arguing for Joey Aguilar today. What was maybe the thing that stood out to you most when he presented his arguments?
My guess, the big issue is going to be, does the chancellor buy the argument that the NCAA is a monopoly and that they're may be running right up against a state law in Tennessee called the Trade Practices Act, which basically says, hey, a person has to be allowed to make a living to engage in commerce.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a little bit more about what Joey Aguilar's attorney, Cam Norris, said during the hearing today.
We're talking about the NCAA in this case. If you're talking about college football, they're the only game in town. They have a complete and absolute monopoly.
When markets are changing, like the NIL market is, so does the legal analysis. Judges must know their limitations as economists and to measure small deviations in complex business arrangements is not an antitrust function. It's not the point. You don't make small changes to complex business entities. You don't know the outcomes of them.
And Chancellor Heagerty did say he could not make a decision. He still has to go through about 1,200 pieces of paper from the NCAA and go through all of that before he can make a final decision. But Johnny did say he wants to get this right.
He definitely wants to get it right, and he knows a lot of people are looking at this. You don't ever want to assume you know what a judge is going to do or when, but he said soon. My guess is next week.
Yeah, we could anticipate a decision next week, and I'm sure you could ask any Tennessee fan in the state of Tennessee whether or not they want Joey Aguilar back for another year in 2026. I think the answer would always be yes, we do. So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Absolutely. And like you said, John, back in the studio, Joey Aguilar has only played 3 true years of true NCAA eligibility. He still has 1 more. If you don't to note, they did say that the punter, Jackson Ross,
That's right.
27 years old. So if Joey did return, he wouldn't be the oldest on the team.
That's right.
I'll send things back to you guys.
That's an interesting piece of this whole puzzle. Emily Ray Cochran, John North will have more analysis for us coming up. For some background, though, let's look at Joey Aguilar's career in college football. Again, it started in 2019. He redshirted at the City College of San Francisco. You see the timeline here. COVID canceled his junior college season in 2020. Then in 2021 and 2022, he played 2 seasons at Diablo Valley College. His NCAA career did start at 2023 and Appalachian State. That's a little under 3 hours away from Knoxville. And then last spring, you recall, he transferred to UCLA on the West Coast. Later that year, came to Tennessee in what essentially looked like a quarterback swap with Nico Iamaleava, who was the Vol quarterback and went to UCLA. So what happens if 24-year-old Joey Aguilar doesn't get to come back for a final season? Well, the Vols were hoping to land a big-name quarterback from the transfer portal, but that did not happen. So if Joey gets cleared, he'll stay the starter. Last year, he led the SEC with more than 3,500 passing yards. That's the 3rd most in a single season in Tennessee history. If he doesn't play, the position is wide open. Redshirt freshman George McIntyre, 5-star recruit Faison Brandon, and Colorado transfer Ryan Staub will all compete for that job. The Vols spring practice is on March 16th. Now, right now, this court hearing is all the talk of Big Orange Country, and we have it covered streaming right now on WBIR+. The latest episode of 10 at 3 with Wes Rucker will have his analysis about what went on in that hearing today and the future of Tennessee football. You can download WBIR+ on your TV and watch for free.